Here we are at the AUDELCO Awards 1995. Here is indeed Ms. Vivian Robinson, the founder, the person who discovered the idea for the AUDELCO Awards. We are so happy and so honored to be with you, Ms. Robinson. Congratulations for yet another beautiful year.
Thank you. I'm so honored that you're here. It's just grown. You know, I remember when we first started, we had the Amsterdam News reporter. That was me, because I was working. I was the house manager, the stage manager, the hostess. I cleaned up the bathroom, and I covered the event.
Wow. Wow. So you have so much, and there's so many people who are indebted to you.
Now that's what I'm most proud of, is my crew, that I can manage. These people have been with me, some of them as long as 14 years, wow. You know, and they're really committed, and I'm glad, which means that we might have an institution that will live after me.
Oh, I think you have certainly created an institution.
If the word is legacy, you are a living. Ms. Robinson, what made you decide AUDELCO?
Well, as I said, I was working at the Amsterdam News, and I used to do theater reviews, and when I'd go to the theater, there were so few people in the theater. And then I found a lot of the people I saw were actors on their day off, and they were there on comps. And I just said it, I started sending letters to my friends, notes to my friends. I'd review it, but sometime by the time the review came out, the play had closed. So I got 3 of my friends together, who are as silly as I am, and said, we need to start something like a little organization, and we'll charge, you know, X number of dollars for postage and duplicating, and they'll keep these people aware of what's going on. So we sent it out, and within a month, we had over 200 members, so it was like an idea whose time had come.
And for someone to become a member of AUDELCO, how can that happen?
All they got to do is, if they don't have a membership application, they can call 368-6906. We'll send them one, and they'll get an application. The memberships range from 25 on up to 500, and they get discounts on their on theater tickets when we go, because we go as groups, and we do a magazine. We do all kinds of things. We have a Black Theater Archives, which at this point is not operable because we had to put some of the stuff in storage. You know, it's the money thing.
Sure.
And we do tourism things. We do little junkets, like I've taken people to Barbados.
I never went to that.
No,
you always want to just to take the trips.
We had a wonderful time in Barbados. All the theater people in Barbados came out, and somebody gave us a party at their house, and we laid back and picked limes off the tree and drank with our rum. Say, hand me a lime.
There's also benefits to the theater.
The AUDELCO is an acronym, we know.
Yeah, it's for Audience Development Committee.
And say that again so we
Audience Development Committee.
And
I just have one question. I know over the years you used to keep track of all the production, how many you've seen a year. I dare not ask, but I'm just curious, how many productions do you think you've seen? Because you all used to go to literally every theater.
Right, I don't know. It's hard for me to keep track, but it's well over 100, because we do go to at least 2 shows a week. And 2 shows a week, that's over 100 right there.
You can imagine over 23 years how many shows this lady has
That is amazing.
You're talking about a supporter.
That's what I'm getting ready to. I'm working on 2 books.
All right. So you're
looking forward to that.
First on opening night with Ms. Vivian Robinson.
Yeah, one of the books I'm going to do is going to be a photo book about the 20-some years of the AUDELCO Awards. We've got marvelous photos, because we've had these wonderful hosts and hostesses, and some of the shots of the winners and winning, and a lot of people who are no longer with us. And I ended with the explanations, who won and what happened. So we're going to document that. And then I'm going to do an anthology of the AUDELCO award-winning plays, and we've had some wonderful plays that won, like Home and Talented 10th. Richard Wesley won for something else. I can't think of the name of it right now. But, you know, all of these wonderful plays that won AUDELCO Awards, we'll have them in the book, along with, like, when it was first produced, the year, who was in the original cast.
Great book.
Yeah, and then a bio of the playwright, so that's what I'm working on.
Where do you see theater going from here?
I don't know. Sometimes I wonder, but you know, it's been really bad like this before, and somehow, like Maya says, we still keep coming. We keep on coming. You know, we're there, and the talent just cannot be contained. You know, I can see these young people who work, well, not all so young, but most young people, they will work for nothing. They want to do the work, and they will do the work. They'll do it in these cold places, up 99 flights of stairs.
That's true.
It's cold in the winter, hot in the summer, but they will do the work.
They love it.
And they will.
Because of people like you who believe in them, and that means so much. I mean, you really don't know how much you mean to so much of us in this community.
I want to give some recognition because they deserve it. God knows they deserve it.
And that's what I would ask you to. We didn't, because we were interviewing all of the winners in the circle off stage, and we didn't get to hear your words to the winners tonight. Can you say something to the winners and perhaps to all theater people about this AUDELCO and what your dream is for black men and women and children in theater?
Well, one of the things, maybe it's not the most popular thing in the world, but I am very pro-black. And I think that we need to teach our black children. We need to involve them. As you see, we've got a lot of young people involved with the awards, the sons and daughters of the family. They need to keep doing the work because that is where you learn. For instance, I knew, you know, like, you know, South Africa, you say, oh yeah, that's bad. I never knew how bad until I saw a production of Sizwe Bonzi is Dead. And it just hit me. Yes. I mean, Donald Lee Taylor, who's no longer with us, but he's a fine actor.
So beautiful.
And he was, in one part there, he was talking about the passbook, and he said so poignantly, they never told us it would be like this. And then I realized, I said, we have to watch it because they can slip something in on us, like a passbook or whatever, you know, because they slipped that passbook, they let the South Africans just made it so that it sounded all right, so they accepted it, and then became an albatross around their neck. So I said, now that teaches us that we better watch out.
So you sound very similar to the words that Rosalind Cash spoke when she gave an interview to Jet, in terms of not being the familiar black person. You don't expect me to make you feel comfortable. In other words,
You never made me feel comfortable.
Ladies and gentlemen, our viewers out there, we're speaking with the wonderful Ms. Vivian Robinson, founder, president, person of the AUDELCO Awards.
Such a great supporter of actors, playwrights, directors,
for many,
people,
launched many careers. We can go on and on with this lovely lady, and we just wanted you to have a taste of what New York City and what Black America has to offer. And one best way to know it is through the AUDELCO Awards.
And we're so glad that we were able to be here, and thank you so much for allowing us to come.
Look at our kiss now.
Thank you. God bless.